Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Miss Cece, and today I am going to be giving you my updated brow tutorial for 2020. First, let's start out by spooling out the brows. Now, I like to use specific brow products that's going to give me a spoolie on the end if I'm not using a pomade. I normally don't use pomades because I haven't found the right shade for my hair color. So these are three brow products that I like to use. The Micro Brow Pencil from NYX, the Ultra Slim Brow Pencil from Maybelline, and the Good Brow Day Brow Pencil from Profusion. Now, I'm only going to use the Maybelline first to outline the brows. I do this for the bottom and the top of the brows. I like to use small strokes on the bottom of the brow, not using a lot of product, because the more product you put on, the more you will have to distribute throughout the brows. So you don't want it to be sitting there and not using the product sporadically out throughout the brow. So I just rest my pinky finger on my cheeks, use my spoolie, and kind of like blend the brow product into the brows as I go, and do that as the same on the top of the brow. I don't go too far away from my own shape of my brow, because I just like a certain kind of shape of brow. I mean, some people like small, skinny. I like fluffy, thick looking kind of brows. Now, this next product I'm going to be using is a dark brown shade. This is a Stilla Cosmetic waterproof eyeliner. It's a liquid pencil, but I like to use it on my brows because of the sake of the color, and it lasts all day, and it is waterproof. So in the heat, I don't want my brows melting. If I'm not going to use a pomade, I just go in with this liquid eyeliner pencil, and it works like a charm. Very small strokes, using it softly as I can, not using it in the same area, just going throughout the brow, filling the whole brow in with that product. When I get into the inner part of the brow, I actually do it a little lighter and a little softer, because I want to make it seem like I have real brow hairs there when I don't. And you can distribute the product a little better as if it was a brow pencil. Not as waxy, but not as creamy to where you have to kind of like blend the product in. I'm just making sure that I like it to be fluffy. I'm not using a lot of product in the same area. I'm just making sure the whole brow is filled in. Now I'm going to go ahead and carve out my brows. I'm using two concealers today from LA Girl and Milani. The shades will be down below in the description box, and all products will be down there as well, so make sure you check that out. This shading brush that I like to use to carve out my brows is from Dose of Colors. It's just a concealer flat synthetic brush. It works very well with carving out the brows as I'm doing now. Now, this is what you do for your brows when you want it to look sculpted. You clean your brows up. I start from the bottom first, and I'm blending that product down onto my eyelid area, looking at the symmetrics of my brow. I like to go from the outer, the inner, and the inner and the middle. Now, using whatever product that I have, I make sure that I'm getting all angles of that brow, not leaving anything out. So I'm going to carve the top of the brow as well. So I'm going for a sculpted look today. If I'm in a hurry, I won't do the top. I'll just do the bottom. But now that I have a little time, this is what I normally do. That concealer can even make or break your brow. You want your brow to look as real as possible. So you use more of your complexion, like I'm tan. I'm using more of a tan complexion concealer to carve out the brows, because I want it to look as real as possible. Now, we didn't pluck the bottom brow hairs or the top of the brow hairs. So whatever concealer I have, I'm just going to pat that on them hairs, just so I can make them invisible or disappear, as I can say. The brow is done. So what I'm doing is taking that same product, resting my pinky on the middle of my lip, going upwards, and just taking the rest of the concealer and carving the other brow out. Now, I normally will rest my pinky wherever I can, so I can loosely use whatever brush that I have to carve out my brows, so it's not as harsh on the concealing product or anything like that, because like I said, it'll make your brow or not, because some people walk around with concealer that's plastered their girl and looks cakey, and You just know that their brows are not real because of all the product that be around their brows. So I advise you, if you're not going for a more highlighted brow, use your complexion concealer. Okay, it's a lot easier. So going back in with that liquid product, I love this product because you can actually use it on top of the concealer, and it's more forgiving when it comes to erasing a product when carving out your brows. So I'm placing that right in the middle of my brows, and I'm taking the rest of that concealer that's on my brush, and I'm carving out the top of the other brow. Now they're not going to be twins, but they can at least be sisters. Not identical, because, I don't know who brows is identical, but they can at least be sisters. And I'm doing the same as I did on the other brow. But going back to that liquid pencil that I was using from Stilla, if you ever will use a liquid eyeliner and it's stiff, that will be the one to use for your brows. Using my finger, I am going to blend the inner part of the unibrow, where the unibrow will be. I'm going to blend that concealer up so I can see a good definition on the brow. Do I need to go a little bit more concealer? Do I need to go with a little bit more brow products? What do I need to shade in? What do I need to take off? I'm actually getting the what I want my actual brows to look like after I do that step. Taking a spoolie, making sure I distribute the product everywhere in the brow. Do that. Use your spoolies, guys. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. If it was helpful, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. If you want to, leave me comments down below. See you on my next one. Love you guys. Bye.